There was a tour that had two of my favorite artists on it, Wolves of the Gate and My Epic. They announced a super last-minute Nashville date.
I was going out to a Wolves of the Gate concert.
There were some other people who had planned to go to a different stop on the tour and instead decided to come to the Nashville date.
I see this guy walk in and I'm like, oh, he's cute. He's really cute. But, I didn't do anything.
And so I look over and see this beautiful girl wearing a Wolves of the Gate t-shirt that's covered in the band members' signatures. Before I knew it, my friend and her friend went to the restroom at the same time.
There weren't a lot of people there, so we were both just kind of standing awkwardly in the middle of the dance floor.
So I walked up, asked about her shirt and the autographs on it, which I've since called my signature move. There was at least enough where it's like, all right, we'll follow each other on social media, and now a year and a half later we're getting married. And neither of us realized at the time that we were meeting our soulmates that night.
I remember the first thing that just really attracted me was just how much he made me laugh. He's just a very understanding person, and I'm just safe to say however I feel, and he just listens.
We just continue to enjoy more and more digging into the deeps of each other's minds and souls and hearts.
He loves my feelings, and he loves how I think and how my mind works, and I was just like, okay. Yeah, this guy accepts me how I am, and I don't have to be anyone but myself, the good and the bad.
Words matter to us, and we have never run out of words for each other. It really brings something alive in us that I think both of us can say, made us believe in soulmates years after we had both become convinced that if we were ever going to get married, it would be to someone where we'd have to become some different or lesser or abridged or censored version of ourselves, rather than what we have with each other, which is becoming more of ourselves and bringing out in each other more of what we earnestly think is who God created us to be.
I love you. You look pretty.
Thank you.
I'm gonna cry, see?
Love me too.
And I'm so glad I'm ready for a grandbaby.
Oh my gosh.
This group will probably never be together again. This event will never happen again just like this. So take a minute and look around and see the faces of the people that you're with. Make a hard memory before we begin. As you move forward in this new life, remember to take your broken hearts to the Lord. He knows how to heal them. But certainly, today, there are no broken hearts. Today is a day of celebration. It's a day of boundless hope. It's about a new life. The Bible says, the two shall come together and be one flesh.
I, Chase, take you, Paige, to be my lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, to love and to cherish, to laugh together and cry together, to push each other toward flourishment in our careers, communities, church family, and relationships with Christ. To view all of life as a race ran together, not against each other. To enjoy one another and seek romantic fulfillment nowhere else. To attend the school of you and never stop learning about you. To celebrate your victories as my own and your losses as my own. To readily and heartily accept all the adventures and all the challenges God gives us, be them wanted or unwanted, planned or unplanned. To no longer view my heart, time, body, or resources as mine, but as ours. To protect, comfort, support, and strengthen you with all I can muster. To love you as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her, till death do us part. This is my solemn vow.
I, Paige, take you, Chase, to be my lawfully wedded husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, for sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, to laugh together and cry together, to be quick to listen and slow to anger, assuming the best in each other during conflict and misunderstandings, to never consider you my enemy, but to work together as a team with the same mind to love and serve both each other and those God has placed around us, to give generously of my affection, time, and resources, not as my own, but as gifts of God to be shared together and with others, to walk with you, not in fear of loss and disappointment, but in the freedom of Christ and his love for us. To love you, respect you, trust you, and submit to you as the church submits to Christ, till death do us part. This is my solemn vow.
By the authority given to me by the church and by this state, I now pronounce that you are husband and wife. You may now seal the promises you have made with each other today with a kiss. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct privilege and pleasure to present to you Mr. and Mrs. Chase Tremaine.
Up to Paige, and she's always been such a great role model for me. Again, I never ever would have said that if I didn't have to stand up here today and tell her that. And I'm just so glad that I get to meet you and get to welcome a brother into the family. And I'm also glad that Paige found somebody who would wear Lilo and Stitch shirts with her and decorate their apartments in framed memes and Star Wars decorations. I'm just so glad that you're part of the family. Let's make a toast to my sister and her new groom.
Hard times come and hard times go, it's no matter, no matter. Riches come and riches go, it's no matter, no matter. People come and people go, and that matters, it matters. If we can make it through it all, 'cause you matter, you matter.
When it comes to songwriting, you might write a 3-chord idea or a riff, and in your mind, you see the entire song, you see the entire vision. You know exactly how it's going to make you feel, but you don't know how it's going to make everybody else feel. And it's something that's so indescribable until it's complete. And when these arguments come, when these moments come, you'll have to come back to them. You'll have to face them. You'll have to say, this idea that I still had, this initial feeling is worth coming back to finish. Because this is what God gave us. We're meant for worship. And you guys will be worshiping the rest of your lives. You're building this amazing song together. And when you guys say your final farewell, this will be the song that you get to go to heaven to, is what you guys are working on together right now. And I'm thankful that God has placed you all together. And that we're here together to witness this, because we need more of this in the world. People committing their lives to Christ through marriage. And with marriage, it's a complete what God fulfilled through us and fulfilled through his son. I'm just thankful that you guys met each other.